Hello everybody, I'm Denitsa from AMATAS and I'd like to welcome you to our joint webinar with Rapid7 today. So let's just wait another 2 minutes until we have some more people coming up and respect those that are late. Okay, so let's proceed. We have some people now. And I'd like to introduce our speakers today. Actually, we have decided to split the presentation into 2 bits. The first one will be covered by Miroslav Naydenov from AMATAS is one of our top cybersecurity experts, and he's service lead of our MXDR service. He will be discussing more of the cybersecurity part, and then he will pass to Ale from Rapid7. Alessandro Michae is the sales team lead for Eastern Europe, and he will be talking about compliance with more detail on the NIS2 regulation and the super trendy DORA 1. So, Miro, feel free to start whenever you're ready. Just unmute yourself.
Good day, everyone. And I want to extend a warm welcome to all of you that are joining us today for this important discussion on how to advance your organization's cybersecurity strategy. Today, we're going to talk about how AMATAS and the partnership with Rapid7 and how we can transform your cybersecurity approach from reactive to proactive, and we can give you the peace of mind that you're looking for, and so that you can focus on what truly matters, which is growing your business, seizing the opportunities, and moving forward. So this, of course, we're going to be talking about the MXDR service, and I just want to note that this isn't just another security service. It is the backbone of a comprehensive and holistic approach to security, which is combining Rapid7's advanced platform with our expertise here at AMATAS to deliver protection that will be truly valuable to your business. Our service is created so that it detects, analyzes, and responds to threats in real time. It provides continuous visibility across your entire environment. And what actually sets us apart from everyone else is that we don't solely rely on the technology. Instead, we're quite focused on the human approach, and we take, so to speak, a human-led approach to cybersecurity, ensuring that every alert, every anomaly, every potential threat, or every vulnerability is evaluated and is evaluated by experienced professionals, security professionals who can understand the context, who can make the informed decision, who can help you out. And here, from threat hunting to incident response, our service provides the depth and breadth of capabilities that today's worlds and organizations need in order to stay ahead of the sophisticated adversaries and cybercrime organizations. We're not only watching over your network, we're actively defending it every minute of every day, so you can focus on what truly matters. So over the years, we have worked hard to combat the threats of tomorrow, and using our combined experience and knowledge, we have created a unique model, a unique service delivery model, which is structured around the four core pillars, which are assess. So we begin by deep diving in your unique landscape, on looking at what unique risks you have. We do meticulous assessments, and this is not the standard one-size-fits-all approach. So we take everything into consideration. We look at your specific setup, critical assets, your risk profiles, and prioritize what your organization needs to put their top priority or their highest attention to. So this is the first step, and this proactive step allows us to tailor the specific strategies that you need to your specific needs. The next step is manage. So we take the day-to-day management of your security tools, and we're not talking about strictly set and forget here. We're continuously trying to optimize everything. We're ensuring that you remain aligned with the ever-evolving needs, the changing landscape, the changing regulations, which we'll talk about later as well. And this includes, your tuning and maintaining optimal performance. The next step is obviously to defend, and 24/7 Security Operations Center here at AMATAS is at the heart of this. So they're the heart of this defense strategy. They're a team of seasoned professionals that work around the clock to detect, analyze, and respond to the threats in real time. The next step is improve, and obviously this is something that is talked about a lot, but cybersecurity is not just a destination, it's mostly about the journey. So we are constantly evolving with every incident, with every alert, with every new threat that we deal with. We are incorporating these sort of lessons into our process to continuously enhance your security posture and to ensure that you're always one step ahead of the adversaries. This structured approach is what ensures that your organization is prepared, protected, and is constantly improving. It's on top of things, and it's turning the cybersecurity from a cost into a strategic asset that can support your business and your business objectives and help you grow. Let's talk about the key components of the service that we're offering. So obviously the first one is threat hunting. As we already mentioned, it's never just set and forget. We're never relying on the technology itself. Our team goes beyond the automation and the alerts and the rules, and we're always proactively searching for the latest threats, what might be hiding. And obviously, this is empowered by leveraging Rapid7's analytics and platform to uncover, potential breaches that before they become incidents, let's say, and giving you a head start with attackers. When a threat is detected, every second counts, obviously. So threat response is quite important as well. So we combine the technology with the human expertise to respond as quickly as possible and mitigate all risks effectively and efficiently, minimizing any impact on operations. In the event of an attack, of course, our team will conduct a forensic investigation and will guide you through the necessary steps in order to recover your business, to recover your critical assets, to minimize your downtime, to minimize the damage if possible, or further damage. And we'll make sure to turn the incident into a teachable moment, to a lesson, into opportunity for improvement and to strengthen your defenses for the future. The open XDR integration, obviously Rapid7 is quite open and extensible to integrations with platforms all across the spectrum. And they allow for a seamless integration with existing tools, with enhancing visibility and effectiveness across the entire infrastructure. They make your life easier. They make the SOC analyst's life easier by simplifying a lot of the steps that every platform needs to go through. And obviously, we don't just react to the threats. We manage the exposure. We identify potential vulnerabilities before they can be exploited. And the proactive approach here is what allows us to stay on top of things. The benefits of the service itself, obviously, one of the major benefits, as we see it, is the cost saving. Building an in-house SOC is not an easy task. It's not costly. It's resource intensive as well. It's hard to find the right people. It's very hard to identify the right processes and technologies and learn how to use them, how to utilize them to the best of their abilities. And with MXDR, you can avoid the expensive recruiting, training, and retaining special talent, while you can still maintain or gain the access to enterprise level security capabilities. We provide all the benefits of a full team, a fully fledged security team without the overhead, pretty much. So we're allowing you to invest those savings back into your business rather than trying to establish something that you can outsource. Fear security. Obviously, we know that the unknown can be quite terrifying, regardless of which aspect we're talking about. But when it comes to cybersecurity, the MXDR service shift organization from state of fear and uncertainty. We shift that from fear to confidence and control. That's pretty much our main goal here. Once AMATAS and Rapid7 are protecting your assets, it pretty much empowers you to focus on growing your business and innovation. And the last benefit that we've mentioned here is compliance, which is navigating the complex world and web of regulatory requirements is a big challenge that many organizations struggle with. So our service will help you stay compliant with the latest regulations. We'll make sure that you have the necessary monitoring, reporting, and documentation. But cybersecurity is not only about the tools and the services. It's also about staying ahead of those regulatory changes that impact how you manage, you protect your data, you shift around. And this is especially important with the new regulations or the change regulations like NIS2 and DORA coming into play, which will significantly affect the way organizations approach cybersecurity and risk management across Europe and beyond. To dive deeper into these crucial regulations and what they mean for your organizations, I'm going to hand over to Alessandro, and he will talk you through the key aspects of NIS2 and DORA, how they will impact your business, and what steps you can take to ensure compliance, resilience. And yeah, he'll also share insights on how AMATAS and Rapid7 helping organizations like yours navigate these changes effectively. And Ale, over to you.
Thank you, Miro. Thank you, Denitsa, for the introduction at the beginning. It's really nice to be here today with AMATAS to discuss exactly a little bit about compliance. Usually, compliance is seen like a really boring stuff, which sometimes it is, to be fair, but it's something that we definitely need to work together in order to make it possible, and especially with the NIS2 and the DORA now, it will be a little bit harsh the way the control will be put in place and the result, the implication. So we're gonna go through this now. So a little bit about the NIS 2. I'm not a legal person, I'm not a lawyer, so definitely I cannot go into too many details, but the important things, the key takeaways of the NIS 2 is definitely the fact that finally in Europe we are focusing more and more into the critical infrastructures and all the so-called essential infrastructures and the important infrastructures that in any case can affect a little bit all of us in a way or another. So this is really important to take in consideration because we are seeing more and more cyber breach and cyber attacks on a daily basis, not even monthly basis right now. I'm from Italy. I can tell you from since the beginning of the year, probably we had more than 250 cyber attacks. So and all on critical infrastructure. So it's we are all of us is pretty much affected. I live in the UK. UK is every day is under attack. So there's no really one that is safe as of today. And the other key takeaway is that now with this regulation we are keeping someone accountable. Someone is going to be accountable, and fortunately or unfortunately, this will be the CEO, which maybe most of the time that he doesn't even understand technically what is going on behind. He just wants the things to be smooth and working properly. So what are the three pillars of the NIS 2? For sure, the responsibilities in terms of the national authorities, national strategies. It is how you're going to manage the crisis, and so you need to put down a framework or a process. Then the risk management, where is basically where Rapid7 stands today, is going to help with this one of the three pillars together with AMATAS. And then, of course, cooperation and info exchange. This is something that, for example, Rapid7 can give you the tool, AMATAS can give you the expertise, but definitely it's something that each company, especially in the critical, essential bracket, should do. And then the other one is the DORA. DORA is definitely more focused on the financial institutions, especially when it comes to moving everything into more banking online and less into, let's say, offices, physical offices. This is where we are extremely exposed. All of us, not just IT professionals, cybersecurity professionals, just all of us as a citizen. So with this regulation, DORA, this is going to be even more strict for the banking sector, which is going to fall in any case into the NIS 2 in a way or another. The five pillars of the DORA regulation is pretty much like the NIS 2. So in any case, you have to work on the risk management, then you have to handle incidents, take measures, reporting. So it's not like rocket science specifically for DORA. It's just a little bit more, there are just a little bit more articles. But the most important thing is to understand how this is impacting the financial sector. First of all, it's important to understand what we have in-house. So we never need to have visibility into our attack surface. Attack surface is not just external, it's also internal. So it goes from the endpoint to the cloud, on-premise to the cloud. Everything is really important. And definitely setting some processes or rules, I wouldn't even call them KPIs, in terms of what is the most risky and vulnerable and critical part of the environment, so that you can act immediately in order to protect this part, and then you need to protect all the rest, because this is another key takeaway of this regulation is not just focusing on the critical part, it's focusing on everything that you must have visibility of, because if you cannot prove otherwise, there will be some penalties that we're going to see afterwards. So the sectors in scope, the NIS, let's call it one, even though it was just NIS. Before that was definitely the main key components for, let's say, every country. So energies in terms of utilities, drinking water, health, transport. and the digital infrastructure in terms of also cloud providers. So, for example, AWS, just to say in Frankfurt, he's already inside this NIS framework. And now with the new one, with the NIS2, we are adding also, the other components like the aerospace, because there's a long, is a let's say fast race to go into the aerospace. So there are lots of data. There are lots of companies that are also providing some kind of aerospace servers in which they are gonna hold some information. And definitely ICT service management, in which case probably we are talking about AMATAS, for example, and definitely public administration. Especially banking and financial market infrastructure is what is falling into the DORA. So they will have more strict regulation, and they don't need actually to follow the NIS2, they need to follow the DORA regulation. And then the other part that has been added, let's say, is the critical sector, which is extremely important in terms of risk for let's say the community in general. It's not just a matter of paying back some ransomware or not. It's not just ransomware prevention. It's just that all the things that they have can affect directly or indirectly also the citizens of Europe. So that's why they fall into these critical sectors. What is the impact for the NIS2 in this case? First of all, is now there's no more secret. Everything has to be notified. There will be implementing some national cyber security incident response team, or let's call it CERT. So they will have to be notified, and they will have to go and check. There will be different times, I think 24 hours to give the first notification that an incident occurred, 72 hours to get more visibility and report to CERT, and then up to 1 month, if I recall correctly, to provide a full report. This let's say team, incident response team, this CERT, is automatically enforced to go and check on the essential entities. So all the part like hospitals and banking sector, DORA include the financial sector, which is falling under DORA, while it can be notified for the important entities. So not the one that are, let's say, critical, essential, but they can be notified, and the company will have to notify them in any case, and they just need to show a report. If the incident has not been handled properly, then the CERT can go and do some check. That means that it's gonna be there can be some penalties. So as you see at the bottom of the screen, enforcement and penalties. This is really important because it's starting to give to various companies the real focus on cybersecurity. And by real, I mean that if the CEO of the company is responsible and he can lose his, let's say, rights or his duties as a CEO, this means that probably it's important now to start putting maybe CISOs on a bigger table, discussing budget, discussing processes, how the things should be done. Because until yesterday, cybersecurity was an investment. Most of the time was a waste of money for lots of people, depending on the mindset, depending also on the regions. But now it is more like, do I invest 1 million or I risk 10 million of penalty? So what is going to be? And so it's becoming more and more important. So now probably is the time to put to start having some measures in terms of measuring your security risk, and to make sure that you can handle every incident. And of course, in the case of AMATAS and our partnership, AMATAS is the one that can help you with that. Rapid7 itself, we have our own MDR services, but we rely on partners like AMATAS that can cover even more aspects of the cybersecurity. So in terms of penalties, it's quite interesting. So as I was saying, the example 10 million. So either it's 10 million or it's 2% of the worldwide turnover. So this can happen in 6 months, in 1 year, or in 10 years from now. The point is it something that the company wants to take risk of, or is better to start investing and having a proper budget allocated for cybersecurity, not as I need a new car, but it's like I need something that is working properly in order to keep me safe, and also to possibly save 10 million. Because here the situation is that with this regulation, if you are not compliant, you will get 10 million fine or 2% of the worldwide turnover. But also, if you're not compliant, you will also have a ransomware most probably to pay. So at the end of the day, you're going to pay double instead of saving some money at the beginning and investing in a smart way. So this is where it's important to have cybersecurity professionals that are going to help, and they're going to have a proper talk with CISOs, and CISOs, they should have probably a seat on the big table. What are the NIS2 requirements? So as I was saying, Rapid7, especially Rapid7, so I can talk only for Rapid7, what we can help and how we can help AMATAS in our partnership is that we focus on the risk management. This regulation is definitely a little bit wider in terms of definition, right? Here you need to have basically some solution to do a vulnerability assessment over time of the critical infrastructure and not critical infrastructure, as well as you have policies and procedures. So I cannot set the policy and procedure for you, but AMATAS, with their expertise, they can set some policies and procedures. So that's where we come all together in helping the customer. Basic computer hygiene and trainings, which sounds like you need to wash yourself in the morning with a shower, but this is really important to mention, because most of the time companies, they don't have visibility of their infrastructure, and most of the time they think, I don't need these assets, so let's forget about it. And then after 7 years they find that there's an active asset somewhere in the wild and is not protected because they think it's not protected. So you need also solutions that are going to keep track of every of your assets. And then policy, it's really important, because if you start setting processes, you can start also setting some policies, some standards, either internal, not only following some external policies like the classic, GDPR, PCI DSS. It's important you have your own policies, your own processes, and when you have someone that is coming, either you have a solution, you have someone like AMATAS that is coming to provide their services, it's important that you share with them also their policies, and maybe working together with such experts into implementing the right policies and start setting some KPIs. Another really important thing is the multi-factor authentication. It's important to use it. It's important to make sure that in terms of configuration, you can see that all the environment is actually secured with the multi-factor authentication. And then, all the rest is supply chain security. So it's also it's your duty to understand if your suppliers are with acceptable or a low risk level, and there are multiple solutions that can do this. It is important as well to start setting some KPI to measure, your business continuity, so in terms of disaster recovery, crisis management. And then the most, let's say, the widest here requirement is incident handling, which is exactly what we have to most probably focus on, because definitely it's important to reduce the risk upfront, so with a proactive approach, but it's also really important to have a really strong foundation for a reactive approach. So you get an incident, because every day we risk any case to have from a minor to a bigger incident. We risk anyway to have some kind of incident. So it's important to have a process to handle the incident, a tool that is going to handle the incident, and then reporting. And Rapid7, now we're going into all the solutions, but we created here this matrix with the first solution, attack surface command, is going to cover pretty much all the requirements for the NIS tool in this part, and is covering also the DORA, because NIS2 is Article 21, 22, 23 that we can cover. With DORA, we can cover Article 4, 8, 9, 10, and I think 11. But here, yes, with Rapid7, we cover multiple. With our platform and our solution, we cover multiple aspects from attack surface command, attack surface management, external and internal, cloud security, so container security, identity access management in the cloud, inside VM, vulnerability management, application security. This is a Dust solution that is going to do only dynamic application security testing. All that you see until now, until inside AppSec, we put together in one single bundle called Exposure Command that comes in two flavors. And the fantastic thing is that AMATAS knows all of these solutions because we are both working together for a long time. There's also for the reactive parts of incident handling and to make sure that you have business continuity measures, you have our CM solution that is probably the first solution that AMATAS started using with us and to do the service. Also, we have our own services. So whether when we don't provide the services, the experts like AMATAS, they are covering also other technology that they can implement other technologies to make sure to have all of these put in place. So in a nutshell, all the data that we collect, we put together into our platform. At the bottom of the screen, you have all your, let's say, on-premise or your technology, plus the cloud infrastructure and other technology stack. We put all together. We give full visibility with the attack surface management solution, and then we put everything into this engine where you have multiple solutions in the platform for vulnerability management, cloud security, application security, and our MDR services. MDR service, our CM solution or our MDR services that AMATAS also is providing with our solution. It was mentioning, especially Miroslav was mentioning Velociraptor for the digital forensic investigation, which is one tool that they are using on a daily basis. From my side, in terms of Rapid7 specifically only, that's it. And now there's the funniest part. Miro, here we can do it. We can glow a little bit after 7 years of partnership, really fruitful partnership. So it's important.
Yeah, I think you've said it very well there. So there's a reason why we've been together in a partnership for so long, and obviously everyone is going to, the potential, the future customers are going to get the benefit of that. We have the expertise. We've been working for a long time. We know the products very well. We're going to be enhancing them, managing them in the most efficient and effective manner. And we've created a streamlined solution, a simplified operations process. This means that you spend less time managing and more time focusing on your business. And as Alessandro also showed, there's a very diverse suite of products that they're offering. And as your organization grows, we can offer scalable protection with that as well. And as your needs evolve or company grows, we will grow and scale with you. This will ensure your consistent, reliable protection without the need of constant infrastructure upgrades, additional resources, multi-vendor environments, additional tools, and generally stuff like that.
This is really important, especially because when it comes to having one job done, sometimes you want to know how, sometimes you don't want to know how, also because you don't have time, as long as everything works. So even though AMATAS in this case is getting probably the full responsibility of the results because they are doing the services, the other important thing is that they know, once they know your environment as a customer, and they know your policies, it's important because all the SOC team will be aligned and they will know how to use in every specific case, how to use the technology that they are using. In our case is, for example, again, the CM solution and the SOAR, sometimes also the vulnerability management solution. And they know already also after 7 years of partnership, they know all the good and bad of Rapid7 that we have been through, but they also know lots of people internally, so they can reach out to the support in a faster way. They know already how to handle some situation, and this is definitely the most important part in terms of increasing the return on investment, because again, you will have to spend time into developing a SOC, which is already expensive, but also into training people. And if the technology, you don't like the technology, you don't like, you need to find a new one, so you need to train again and invest the time, which sometimes it takes longer to get a good return of investment. Rather, you have a partner that is already expert with the multiple technologies, so it's giving a much better experience in terms of final results.
Very well said. Right. So finally, I just want to say that at AMATAS, we understand that cybersecurity goes beyond just the technology, just the people. It's about the relationship, and it's about building a long-lasting, resilient culture of trust. Delivering peace of mind, providing value to the customer, and in today's very quickly evolving digital complex world, security solutions must be cutting edge, but they also must be intelligently managed in order to adapt and be prepared for future threats. By partnering with Rapid7, as I said, we're a recognized leader in technology. We merge our platform with our expertise, and together we provide a comprehensive defense. And finally, a closing sort of message and remark as we go through and move past today's webinar. I'm encouraging you to think about what you need in your future cybersecurity partners, which to consider the challenges that your organization faces and the opportunities that could potentially open up with the right support. We believe that together we can create a stronger, more secure foundation for your organization. And yeah, as we already said, there's a reason why I've been working for so long together. And it is because we are stronger together, and we're here to help you, survive in the digital landscape. So thank you for choosing to be with us today, and we're gonna leave a bit of time for questions from the audience. Okay. When evaluating different security products and MXDR service providers, do we need to look for companies that already have an established partnership?
You want to take this one?
You can go ahead, and I can fill in after that if you like.
Well, I can tell from my side, from Rapid7 side, is that after it's really important. First of all, the answer to the question is extremely important. Extremely important because after years of partnership, we as vendor, we can make sure that our partner is fully aware of not only the solution itself, but also the updates they have. After years, they have a good connection internally with the companies, or not just with me, the sales guy or the pre-sales guy, but they know someone else, product management, so they can also get some more information, and they definitely know the roadmap. This is another good one, so they can start implementing some new, let's say, feature into their services. So it's extremely important. Also because they know how to handle the solution even before going and talk with the support. They will most probably be able to handle every kind of issue, and they know already how the solution is working and where all the information are hidden, let's say, in the home page of the solution itself. So in my opinion, it's extremely important having this long-lasting relationship.
Yeah. Definitely agree with that, and yeah, it's definitely about a few things. First, that all I mentioned is the specialized knowledge that we can offer. It's about the detection response capabilities that we've developed. It's about the seamless integration in the process. Because we've done it so many times, we pretty much perfected it and minimized, all unnecessary downtime or all unnecessary, procedures. And faster, you get much faster escalations and support. And in fact, most of the support will be handled within a few minutes, since we know the products and the platforms so well. And furthermore, we get we get all the updates first from the partners. So we have our aligned roadmaps or strategic roadmaps for the future. We get most of the time custom solutions that are for our specific customers' needs as well. So I think it's definitely very important, to consider what you're choosing when picking the right partner.
And if you just let me pop in here with a fun fact. In fact, AMATAS is the oldest Rapid7 partner in Eastern Europe. I think in Italy as well. So this is basically proving what they're saying, because we've been evolving together and we know each other, and apparently we're working well.
Yeah, absolutely.
So moving on to the next question that should show on screen now.
What does the onboarding and implementation process look like, and how long does it typically take for the MXDR service to be fully operational? Okay, so the process is very simplified and transparent, and in fact, everyone that is interested in that can reach out to me, and we can have a quick chat on the details, and we can discuss the exact steps. But it's pretty much initial assessment planning, about a few days, and then platform integration, fine-tuning, and to get to fully operational deployment. We're usually looking about a month or even less if the customer can provide us with the details of their infrastructure, or what they're planning to do, and how they want to approach things. So from zero to hero, it's most of the time, from our experience, much less than 1 month.
So I think there are no more questions.
I can integrate something more into this question, is that AMATAS has a really streamlined onboarding process, and this is thanks to the fact also that the technology is helping them to be fast into also implementing the solution. The solution doesn't require much time. Traditional CMs, they can take up to 4 to 6 months. Our solution can usually do it. If it's a normal, let's say, relatively small environment, it can take up to probably 1-2 days. If it's a little bit more complex, up to 2-3 weeks maximum to have all the fine tuning. This is a really big environment, because between machine learning, between templates that are already built in for user behavior analytics, you can start having alerts immediately. And plus when you put the expertise of AMATAS, which is another key point of having, it's important to have this kind of long-lasting partnership, because they know that once the solution is plug and play, and they can start immediately doing their own services with great value and great quality. So it's definitely important to have for them a process to onboarding, and for us to give a technology that is efficient. So no more questions.
And I'd like to thank you all for being here with us today. And if you have, no matter if you're watching this live or on recording, if you have some additional questions, just get in touch. You can message us on LinkedIn. You can get in touch via email. We're always happy to help and to answer your questions. And I'd also like to thank Miro and Ale for being here today.
Thank you.
Stay tuned for our next webinar.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, guys.
Hey.